If your visitor visa was refused, on a pending status, or you're just planning to visit Canada in 2025, there are a few practical changes and sharper checks you need to know about. The Visitor Visa (TRV) and Electronic Travel Authorizations (ETA) are still the gateway for most travelers, but processing times, biometrics, and documentation expectations have tightened. So these are the best guide to getting your visitor visa approved. Let's start with the basics. If you're from a visa-exempt country and flying to Canada, you'll usually need an ETA. If your nationality requires a visa, you apply for a temporary resident visa, 2RV. The online application process is the norm now. You create an account, upload identity documents, your travel plan, and supporting evidence, and pay fees online. Visa-exempt travelers should still check and secure an ETA before boarding because airlines will check it, and applicants should follow the IRCC guidance carefully about what to upload so files aren't returned as incomplete. The official application guide and IRCC pages explain step-by-step what belongs in a visitor file and how the system treats visa-exempt applicants versus TRV applicants. And listen, biometrics are a frequent stumbling block, so don't treat them as optional. Many visitor visa applicants must give fingerprints and a photo. IRCC issues a biometric instruction letter, and you typically have 30 days to attend a collection point. Importantly, published processing times for a TRV do not include the time it takes to give biometrics, so your calendar wait will be longer if appointments are scarce in your country. Because biometrics sometimes stay valid for a number of years, giving them promptly often saves you time on future applications. But if IRCC asks, book your appointment straight away. Moreover, processing times are variable and country-specific, and they've been moving in 2025. IRCC posts ongoing service time estimates, but independent trackers show marked differences by origin country. For example, internal summaries in September reported visitor applications from inside Canada processing in around 2 weeks, while some overseas offices, India in particular, were taking several weeks to a few months depending on load. That means your timeline depends heavily on where you apply and how quickly you can give biometrics or respond to document requests. The practical takeaway is to apply months before any fixed travel dates, not weeks. If you're considering longer family visits, the Super Visa and parents and grandparents routes remain options, but they come with their own hoops. The Super Visa still allows extended stays, up to 5 years per entry, and IRCC made recent updates to ease the health insurance requirement for parents and grandparents, a useful change that can speed preparations for eligible families. Meanwhile, permanent sponsorship intakes for parents and grandparents have been managed separately and are sometimes limited by quota windows, so double-check timelines and apply for the route that actually fits your family plan. At the airport, expect more targeted questions and document checks. Border Services officers are trained to verify the purpose of your trip and your ties to your home country. Proof of funds, return tickets, employer or school letters, and an itinerary are all relevant. Even if you received a visa, officers can still refuse entry on arrival. If they're not satisfied, you'll leave when your visitor status ends. That's why having original paperwork on hand, not just screenshots, makes a difference. It's also why buying non-refundable travel bookings before a visa arrives is a risk many advise against. What about applying from inside Canada or extending your stay? You can apply to extend your visitor status while in Canada, but the timelines and rules are strict. Staying legally while an extension is processed is critical. Falling out of status complicates future immigration chances. Also, converting a visitor stay into a work authorization or a study permit is possible in a few narrow circumstances, but it's not a simple upgrade. The standard advice from IRCC is to apply for study or work permits from outside Canada unless you clearly meet an inland application exception. If your application is refused, don't panic, but do act pragmatically. Read the refusal letter carefully to see the reason, fix the specific gap, stronger proof of funds, clearer travel purpose, or better ties at home, and consider reapplying with a more robust file. Reusing the same weak evidence will likely produce the same result, so treat a refusal as feedback, not the end of the road. Here are practical habits that make approval far more likely. Prepare a clear travel plan and invitation letter if you have a host. Show consistent bank statements and employment evidence that prove you can afford the trip and will return home. Give biometrics promptly when asked, and respond quickly if IRCC requests extra documents. Use official channels, only apply online through IRCC. Use visa application centers or embassies for biometrics and document submission where directed, and avoid third-party guarantees or agents that ask for excessive fees. Finally, remember the broad policy context. Canada is balancing being open to visitors with pressures on housing and services, which means officers have been instructed to perform closer checks. That looks like more scrutiny, but also clearer rules. If you come prepared, transparent, and on a genuine short-term visit, the system works. For planning, give yourself time. Follow IRCC's document checklist and keep a calm, organized file so you can respond to requests without delay. And if you have questions, please drop them in the comments section. Catch you in the next video. Bye.